Hello, so excuse the mess, I'm doing this in my room, but I'm going to be showing you how I make patterns, which I haven't bought patterns before yet, so if you see my cosplays, yeah, I did all the patterns for that, and I'm very proud of that. So yeah, I'm just going to be showing you how I make patterns, and I'm going to be making the pattern for the Boku no Hero Academia UA gym uniform, which I'm going to be using for my Todoroki. Which, beautiful boy. Yeah, I'm just going to show you everything that you need. So you are going to want to get some tissue paper, a highlighter, some scotch tape or green tape, just tape, scissors, and clothing similar to what you are trying to make. I forgot to mention this, but pins are also very helpful when you're trying to get the shape of, whatever you're using. Like, it's you see it. It's helpful to just kind of keep it in place for when you are tracing it out with the tissue paper. So I'm just going to pin down the corners and stuff. Be wary if you're using stretchy fabric. Don't stretch it out because it undoes the shape, and I also don't recommend using stretchy fabric because you never know, it hugs your body. I'm using something that does not hug my body because it is a jacket. So just kind of be wary of what you are using as kind of your base pattern. So now that the pins are in, I just kind of shove them right into the carpet because it holds on to it. So now you just want to place some tissue paper over top. Tissue paper is good to use because it's translucent and you can just see right through, so you know exactly where to measure out. So I'm just going to measure out. You want to follow the seams on the pattern itself, or what seams you ever need to follow. Like, there's one cut across the top for just design itself on this. I don't really need that, so I'm not going to follow it. I'm just going to follow what I want. So I will show you once I am finished using the highlighter. Don't use a Sharpie. Don't ever use anything permanent, because if it leaks through, like I said, this is thin, so don't use a Sharpie. I'm using a highlighter, and I'm honestly just gonna hover over top. So I have just finished tracing with my highlighter all around. It's kind of easy to tell I lightly went over it because the lines aren't perfectly straight. I don't really care about that. If you're a perfectionist, go ahead. But always remember to label, so I'm just gonna write back. Always label, because you're most likely going to forget if you have different pieces.
I'm going to do the other parts of the jacket, so the front. I'm not really going to do the collar until when I'm sewing, just because collars and waistbands and stuff always never seem to add up to my calculations when I do it, so I'm just going to wait until I do it. So yeah, I'm just going to do the front part of the jacket and then the sleeves. And I will show you that once I am done.
So what I do for sleeves is I measure out one side of it, like I was doing before, and then I fold it in half, the sheet, and then I turn it over, and then I trace, so it becomes one piece. So I'm able to follow the lines because this is transparent. I'll follow it, and I have one sleeve, and I only have the crease on the under part, and I don't have two seams going on. I don't have to sew more. It's less sewing, and it's efficient. So for the pants, you want to fold it in half so you get the weird kind of shape here. I'm using a jumpsuit just because the cut is better. So what I did, there is the elastic waistband, so I just kind of stretched it out a bit. I probably will pull it out a bit more from where it is, just so I kind of know. And I just kind of left pins to kind of follow along, and have a pin down. And I'm gonna just, it's also an ankle cut, so it's not gonna be as far as where I want it to be. And I have measured that. Always put it on before so you know for sure so I know how much I have to add. Okay, so this is where the tape and scissors may come in, is when your sheet isn't long enough or wide enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this piece off. I'm going to attach it there with the tape so I can have a long enough piece of tissue paper. So I have the pant pattern all traced out. You only need one of these, but you'll be cutting out 4 pieces. That's all pants are. It's 4 pieces of this. So yeah, that's all the patterning for pants and a jacket. For the Boku no Hero Academia gym uniform. I mean, if you want, you can make the shirt. I'm just wearing a black one like they have in the show. Those aren't really hard to find and they're cheap. So what you do next is you just cut these all out. You also gotta remember seam allowance if you're gonna cut out seam allowance. I just kind of cut it as is, and I'm aware that I need a seam allowance when I'm cutting. I would definitely give yourself the seam allowance as a reminder. Maybe like 2 fingers or like a thumb. Or, whatever, it's up to you. Use the internet. This is kind of just how I do it, like I said. Yeah, so once that's done, cut it out, and then you're good to go to cut out your own patterns. I would suggest for people starting to cut out those 4 pieces of the tissue paper, not of actual fabric. I mean, you could do a mock-up and just test it out, use tape to hold it together and test it on yourself. It should be relatively similar. So just, always test things out when you're doing it for the first time. I just kind of YOLO it, if we're still using that word in 2018. But yeah, that's how I do all of it. I will put pictures or like a video or whatever of all the patterns final. So here are all the pieces. The lines and detailing I'm not going to do until sewing day, just because I kind of want to see how it fits and how wide or thick I want it to be, along with the collar. But these are the pieces. I hope you found that helpful, and I hope you can use these skills or whatever this was when you're sewing or making costumes. Like, share, comment. I don't know. This is my first video.